what it is, what's happening, how y'all doing. It's been a minute, but I decided to jump back in this thing for a little bit. In case you don't know what this is or what's going on right now, it's the morning chat, everybody. It's that guy Jay here. And of course, you know how I like to do it. It's just me. It's who it is. You know, it's been a minute. It's been a good little second. I know it's been a good little second, right? It's been a real good second. But again, I'm back through this thing. So let's go ahead and get this thing started this morning. We only broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube this morning. So Instagram, you're going to get it later, but you're going to get it nonetheless. It's the morning chat, everybody. Go ahead and do your thing and get a couple of people in this morning. We're going to have a quick little chat about a few little things, and then we're going to get on out your hair because I don't intend on being here with you all day. And of course, you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. And so if we all got something to do, I don't think we need to be here all day. But I tell you what, you're going to enjoy your time while you're here. So it's the morning chat. Y'all already know how it is. And while we're doing this, let me make sure I do shout out PortionWorldClothing.com is an amazing local artist, local group of suppliers that are doing some amazing things in the fashion industry. Of course, you see I'm rocking my Portion World attire today. My green screen's acting a complete fool, but I'm loving it anyway. So good, check it out, PortionWorldClothing.com. That's my shameless plug for today. Y'all already know how I do it and what I do. So we're going to throw the 1 minute countdown up. If you want to share it, if you want to throw some people in the room, we talking about something real good this morning. And it's about, that me thing again. So we're going to talk about it real good, real easy this morning. Let me go ahead and start the countdown timer. Go ahead. Take this next minute to share with somebody that needs to hear this word. This is going to be something real dope for you this morning. If you've been struggling throughout this pandemic with finding your identity and battling with yourself, then this might be the place you want to end up this morning. So go ahead and share this thing, do what you do, and we're going to dive into it in about 35 seconds or so. So again, let's get the numbers up a little bit. Let's see if we can balance this thing out. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed on this morning. I'm doing my due diligence to be back and see if I can still do this a little bit. You got to get back in the swing of things. Did you ever miss that gym? You missed the gym? What you say, Mario? Good morning. Y'all do know that did not change, though. If you do see the hashtag that says, of course, the good morning hashtag, you say it back. I say good morning, you say it back. You mention it in the comments. We do the thing that we do. So let's get it done. And we are down to it. Let's jump into this chat this morning. Let's see if I can change a few things. Such as this wonderful music that I got going on. Let's see. There we go. That's what I want to do this. Yeah. I'm with this one today. I'm with this. There we go. That one feels a little bit better. All right. Y'all, let's dive into the chat this morning. Y'all, this is going to be an amazing chat. I need y'all to do this. What you say, Jay? Good morning, man. So let's dive into a couple of things. Let's see if we can change this a little bit. No, I don't like that one either. Let's see what we can do. Let's find something else. There we go. Let's dive into the chat, y'all. This morning, I have to throw this out there. And the chat simply says, it's a me thing. It's a me thing. It's kind of a me thing this morning. This one is going to be geared to a couple of people that I've been watching across my social media platforms and timelines. I've been watching a couple of people having some struggles dealing with this me thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, with all of the stuff that's been going on for this entire pandemic piece, you may want to reconnect with the person that you've been with all during the pandemic. You might want to reconnect with them ASAP, because I've seen a couple of people that's kind of getting in that zone, in that dangerous zone where you almost losing yourself and losing your mind. And I got news for you. It's not a good look on you. Nah, it's not. It's not a real good look. It's not a real good look at all. So the chat topic this morning, it's a me thing. It's not anything to do with you, but everything to do with me. And one of the things that I want to jump right into and say about this me thing is that we should have learned, if nothing else, during this entire last year of us being isolated with ourselves, we should have learned the art of self-care. self-care should have been our top priority. And that's one of the things that we have not fully come into the understanding of, because self-care is the only care that's going to matter at the end of the day. You can take care of everybody else and you can do some great things for everybody else, but if you're not taking care of you, then you're really no good to take care of anybody else, because you have to be there in order to take care of somebody. That's just what it comes down to when it comes down to. So understanding this is not one of them good shows, this is not one of the ones that's going to make everybody else happy. But if you're making everybody else happy and you're living a miserable life, then you're defeating your entire purpose. Because truth of the matter is, you have to be in a good state of mind in order to be a help or an assistance to anyone else. So I got a couple of things I want to reference this morning. Since we are going to be on this me thing situation, I need to make sure that you understand a few things about this me situation, that you gotta grasp this concept before I get out of here this morning. The first thing that I want you to grasp is this: don't be fooled by the crowds of people that's around you. Now, this one here is kind of interesting, because what we've learned to do is cope with a lot of people being around us. We'll become real excited with a lot of people being around us, and we've been isolated for so long that now we've been freed up a bit. You know, the vaccines are out and they don't open the world back up, and now you got all the people around you again. But because you had that moment of self-discovery, you realize that you don't need all these people around you. And what's happening now is now you have reverted back to all of that energy that you was pouring into yourself. You're reverting back to trying to give all of that energy to other people, and they honestly don't deserve that energy. I don't know why we have the incessant need on trying to impress people that really don't matter in our lives. And the truth of the matter is that they don't like the fact that we know that they don't matter, but we yet still try to impress them. And so I'm trying to figure out, why are we being fooled by the crowds of people that's around us? Because I got news for you. A lot of those people are nothing more than leeches. They have come to take of everything that you have to offer, and once you go dry, they move on to the next full pot. That's what they do. So don't be fooled by the crowds of people that are really, really shouting you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to use a spiritual reference since we came out of Resurrection Sunday. The same crowd that said, you know, then Hosanna to the highest Jesus on one day, they came back and said crucify him on the next day. And it's kind of how it works when it comes down to people. Don't be fooled by the crowds, because the crowds of people are celebrating you publicly but killing you privately. And people don't know that you're at home literally losing your mind because you're giving energy to people that honestly don't deserve your energy. And it's crazy. It's a phenomenon out this world that you're giving this much energy to these people, but you have absolutely nothing more to do because you forgot to love the person that matters the most. And that's yourself. Let me go down the road right quick. Good morning, Monica and Rick. What you say, man? Trail, what you say? Jay, Renee, and Akeem. Good morning to all of y'all. Let me roll back into it, but don't be fooled by the crowds, because the crowds, again, are the most deceptive entity that you would ever walk into in your life, because again, they will celebrate you publicly and they patting you on your back and you're doing a good job. But those are the same people that have group chats and group texts about you, the same people that are running your name up and down during the streets, because again, they have nothing better to do than to pull all the energy that they can from who they can. So number one, don't be fooled by the crowds. Okay, we can do that. Let's do this. Create safe spaces between you and the people. Now this is the one that becomes a little bit foggy, because everybody, you have to understand this concept in order to create the safe space. Everybody doesn't belong in your space. And listen, people are pining for a position, and that's what people do. People like position, and people want to make sure that they have a position in your life, even though you didn't give it to them. They want you they want to be in position in your life. They want to be close to you, and regardless of what their motive is in being close to you, you got to make sure that you create safe spaces between you and the people. The truth be told is most people that want that space have an ulterior motive for wanting that space. They don't give you the moment to invite them into that space before they're trying to barrage themselves into your space. And anybody that's trying to find their way into your spaces that you have not deemed them access to, 9 times out of 10 is going to be somebody you're going to have trouble with down the line. I can put money on that one. Dad, you're going to have some real trouble with people that are purposely trying to get close to you without actually being invited into that space. So you might want to be real careful in creating these safe spaces between you and the people, because again, I've talked about it before, and I'm real big on this whole boundary situation. Is that when you don't respect boundaries, you don't respect me. Loyalty doesn't rely on how long you've been there, but how well you acclimate yourself to the boundaries that I've set for you. So the thing is, you have to learn to create safe spaces between you and the people, because if you don't create these safe spaces, you'll find that more and more people will fit themselves into these spaces, and then you find yourself being ultra drained because you're pulling and giving too much energy to all of these people that don't deserve this level of energy. Have you ever seen, as a matter of fact, I got a good one for you. Have you ever seen a surge protector? Like, they have only a certain number of plugs on a surge protector, and then it only can fit certain type of plugs. Well, they got people that are coming in and they're taking up excess spaces, so that means that they're taking up spaces and energy that you're supposed to be exerting somewhere else. You can't get to that energy source, or you have one too many people that are plugged into that whole power strip, and what happens, it causes overheating, it causes shortage, or it causes another device that's plugged in that may be pulling a little bit more power to have less power because there's too many things that are plugged into that surge protector. You are that surge protector today, and I need you to make sure that you create safe spaces. Make sure you put that distance between you and people, because anybody, again, I'll say it again, and you may not like it, people are not going to like this one, and I don't really care about how they like it, but the truth is that people that put themselves in your space are the people that are they have ulterior motives, and they're trying to get next to you to kill you, destroy you, or put you in a place that you just don't need to be in. Create those safe spaces. Let's go to number 3. Organize people according to priority in your life. Now, this is the one that is going to cause you the most trouble, because everybody believes that they are a priority in your life. And I got news for everybody that believes that. You just been disappointed, because you're not a priority in my life unless I make you a priority. And we're good for that whole expression, you make time for what you want. And I totally agree. I will totally agree with that 100%. But then you have to ask the question, if I can make time for what I want, the question is now is, are you worth my time? And everybody in their mental total, they are going to say, I'm worth everything. No. I've learned to prioritize people in my life according to the priority that they have in my life. Because if you do not prioritize people, you'll find people that are honestly in the wrong positions at the right time, and they're eating off what you have, and it's not designed for them at all. See, the thing is that's why corporate structures often work as well, because they have organizational charts that tell you on each level what's going on that level. So it comes from the CEO, and then you have managers, and then you may have supervisors, then you're going to have team leads, and then you're going to have the workers. And everybody doesn't belong, because there's information that's at the bottom that they cannot, that they don't need from the top. There's information. And the people that are of the highest priority normally are the ones that have the most secrets. They have the most information about you. And there's some things that when you put people in that top level of priority, it's certain things that you can give them that you can trust them with, because they're in that level. You put them in a priority spot. It's people at the bottom of this organizational chart. They may not like it, but they're not privy to all the situations in your life. And I'm gonna be honest, I have a real problem with people that think that you have to be 100% transparent and give all of your life story, all of your life secrets to everybody you come in contact with, or people don't accept you unless you give them all of that information. Because I found out that everybody doesn't use the same information the same way. Your testimony is a great testimony, and it can bring people that's in the situation out. But your testimony is really not for everybody, because everybody won't understand the necessity of your testimony. They don't understand the ways that your testimony actually work in your favor. They don't understand. Some people are trying to suck you for all the information they can get out of you. Again, so those people are the ones that are trying to destroy you. So you got to be real mindful of giving all of yourself. And that's one thing that I kind of hated social media for, is that it gave all of us an outlet to just go and do all that other venting and that stuff. And it's a lot of private moments that you put in public spaces, and you wonder why people are honestly looking at you funny every time you walk in the room. Every time time you look at a social media post and it's always depression and anguish and animosity, and then you walk in the room and you speak to everybody, everybody's really confused about it because they don't know who you are today. Are you that same depressed person that you didn't had on your last 5 posts? Are you in a better headspace? Are you suicidal? Are you about to leave? Like, are you trying to leave here? Are you trying to lose your mind? What are you going to do? The thing is, you have to organize people according to priority, because if you don't organize people, you'll find people running rampant all over your life, and they're in spaces that they're not supposed to be in. They're in places that they're not supposed to have access to, and then you find out, trying to find out who said what to who when they said this to that, and when you never organize these people. So when I give information to the top people in my life, if I hear the information again, I know where to go to find out where that information came from. I don't ever check the bottom row of people for information that is leaked out of my life, because they're not privy to that information. And that's one of the things that I've made sure that I've done in my life, and it's worked quite well for me. And people try to figure out, well, what level of priority am I on? And I'm not, that's not any of your concern. If I'm fooling with you, then I fool with you. If I'm communicating with you, then I communicate with you. Your priority level is of no thought or no consequence to you, but it's everything to me. And that's one of the things that people have to learn to understand. And even if they don't understand that, or they don't choose to understand it, then you know what priority that they need to go in. So again, organize people according to the priority in your life. The last one that I'm going to give you, and I'm on my way out the door. Listen, this is the one that's going to hurt. This is the one that is going to make people cringe. And I don't care how they feel about it. You're going to need this. This last one is going to be something that's going to hold you together. Listen. Never apologize for self-love or self-care. There are some selfish people in the world that believe absolutely that they're the best thing since sliced bread and free cheese. They're the best thing since a government cheese sandwich, grilled cheese sandwich, and tomato soup. They think that they're the best thing that has ever happened to you. And they make you, they're upset with you when you make decisions to take care of you before you're looking at them. That's a problem when it comes down to my thought process, because if you don't understand that I have to take care of me first in order for me to help and take care of anybody else, then you're not even fit to be around my circle. As a matter of fact, you're not even fit to be in my life, because if I have to apologize for loving me to you in order to make you smile, then I got news for you. It's going to be many sad jury days for you. I'm sorry, like that's what it comes down to. It's like, hey, that's your fault. And again, I'm not mad at all. Like, I won't apologize, but I'm not mad. You could be mad, and that's your anger on your situations, doing what you do best, because you are the one that wants me to apologize for taking care of me. And so many of us are doing and overexerting ourselves with other people, trying to make them happy, and we are miserable. We're literally falling apart. We don't have a mental process that's clear right now. We don't understand what day of the week it is. We don't know what season of our life that we're in. We don't even know where we are. We don't even know at this point how to find God at the moment. We're too confused to pray for ourselves, and we're too ashamed to ask anybody else to pray, because for too long we've been acting like we had it all together, and we're apologizing to people that don't care about your well-being but want to know how you can help them, and they don't care about you loving yourself and taking care of yourself. I'm not apologizing to them people, and you shouldn't either. Do not apologize to those people. If they don't understand that you need that moment for yourself, if they don't understand that you need to be well in order to help them, if they don't understand any of this, then they don't deserve to be in your life. I'm sorry. And I'm not apologizing for loving me. I'm apologizing for how you feel, and that's only for consideration purposes for the beginning of it. If you don't like the fact that I'm taking care of me, then you have the problem and it's not me. And again, you just don't deserve me. So you got to be mindful and pay attention to those who are forcefully getting in your life and making you want to apologize for you just being who you are. Make sense? I hope it does. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. So again, Morning chat topic this morning. It's a me thing. It has nothing to do with you. It's a me thing. I'm taking care of me more. And again, we're coming out of this pandemic. You came off this year of self-awareness, self-knowledge. You've been putting all of your energy into yourself. Now all these people have come back into your life, and they want all of the energy that you've been putting into yourself. They want you to disperse your energy like you once did. Things will never be the same again, and you got to be okay with letting them know that things will never be the same again. The pandemic taught me how to love me. The pandemic taught me how to focus on me, put my energy toward me. And if you can't accept the fact that I'm working for me, I'm doing things for me, that I'm trying to make me better, you don't deserve me. And that's the thing. Again, let's run through them just one more time. Don't be fooled by the crowds. The crowds mean absolutely nothing. The very same crowds that celebrate you in public will be the ones that kill you in private. The ones that are having private conversations, private group chats, all of the stuff that is loathing you, everything that's against you, dealing with these crowds. Don't let them fool you and be tricked into a false sense of security, and you find yourself on the short end of a terrible situation. Don't do it. Don't be fooled by the crowds. Again, be comfortable with creating safe spaces between you and these people. Make sure you have enough distance that if you need to flee, you need to fight, you need to fight, whatever you need to do, that's your space to do it in. Don't let anybody weasel themselves into the spaces that you've created for yourself. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to survive, because when you have absolutely nothing left, when you have absolutely nothing else to focus on, when you have absolutely nothing left to give, you need that safe space. If it's nothing more than a space just to rest in. You need that safe space. And next one, again, organize people according to priority in your life. And again, it doesn't matter how mad they get. They're going to get upset with it. Cool. Be mad with it. But I want you to understand that there's top level security access that you being a bottom person will never ever get, because I've already observed your character. I know how I prioritize you and where you are in my life. Where I have you is no avail to you, but if I'm not mistreating you, then that's something different. I don't mistreat the people that I put in that organizational chart. However, everybody's not privy to the same access to me in that, and that's how you need to put people in your life. If they are not a priority, I'm gonna be honest with you, you can go to the side, you all right. There's a difference between priority and urgency. Like people think that when they have an issue that you are to move immediately. No, I got things going on in my life, and if you can't understand that, then I'm gonna be honest with you, the same door that brought you in here is probably two more that'll get you out faster than you came in. So however you feel about it, that's how you feel about it. If you're not a priority, you're just not a priority. That's just what it comes down to. And never apologize for self-love or self-care. This is what we all need to survive. You have it, you need it, you gotta get it, and make sure that you don't apologize for it. If you can't be healthy mentally, if you can't be healthy, if you can't make yourself happy, if you can't take yourself on a date, if you can't treat yourself to something as hard as you working and as hard as you making, and as hard as it was for you to continue to push forward, and you pushing through the struggles of life and the trials and tribulations on every hand and the situations that are coming and on a current sweep you away in that kind of situation, if you can't be focused on you and you can't love yourself, they are too busy being consumed with themselves to let you have a moment of self-care and self-love. You don't need them in your life anyway. That's what it is. It's the morning chat, y'all. It's been a minute, and I thank you all for jumping on this thing. So you do what you do with it. You can like it, you can share it. This is what we do. You start a watch party, do it all over again, share it with somebody. Let somebody know that we're simply talking about self-care. It's a me thing. I'm sorry, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with nobody else. It's a me thing. It was a me thing. I needed this. And if you don't understand the fact that I needed this, hey, that's your fault. You're going to miss out on something great in your life. And it's a great thing that you're missing out on. And unfortunately, that thing is called Johnny. I'm sorry that you missed it. So it is what it is. I am excited again that you guys tuned in today. It's the morning chat. You know, that kind of situation. Yeah, it's the morning chat. And so let's get out here. Listen, do me a favor. Like it, share it. Put it across the board. Let somebody know that that's what we talked about today. Because there's many of us that are still trying to get the grips back on our lives after all of these people that have been isolated for so long have come back into it. Don't let that shake you. You've been doing so wonderful for the last year. You reset your life, got yourself on track. Don't let these people come back into your life and do that weird stuff that they be doing. Don't let them do that. No, don't let them do that. You have more to offer. You have more to offer the world, more greatness than you ever know. You are the best thing that has ever happened to you. Make sure you take care of that number one person. It's the Morning Chat, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys on the next chat.